Bonsoir and welcome to On the Road to Jaffna through the Essential Guide for Jaffna and its region, authored by Philippe Fabry, who is just next to me. We're going to take you on a visit of the historical sites in Jaffna. Philippe, d'où t'est venue l'idée de
How
faire
did you get the
ce
idea of
guide
publishing
sur
a
Jaffna?
travel guide for Jaffna?
C'est une idée qui est venue un peu
It was
tardivement.
an idea
après
that
plusieurs
came to my
voyages à
mind
Jaffna.
after
Le
having done
premier,
several trips to Jaffna.
que j'ai fait avec ma famille il y a un peu plus d'1 an.
The first was with my family in
En fait, quand on est parti,
2002.
on avait tous en tête des idées, des choses qu'on
We had a rough idea of the sites we wanted to visit, but on arrival in Jaffna, it was difficult to find these sites.
J'ai donc pris des notes.
I took down notes after each trip so that I could pass them over to my friends.
J'ai fait un second voyage, puis un
When I
troisième.
realized that I had gathered quite a lot of information, I decided to publish a book that would be useful for future visitors to Jaffna.
Bon, alors donc on va maintenant quitter Anuradhapura pour.
So we will leave for Jaffna from Anuradhapura via Vavuniya and Elephant Pass. Why Anuradhapura? Because for a long time it was not possible to go further. So I had visited Anuradhapura many times and I was fascinated by the place.
Et qui est resté pour moi une fascination. Donc Anuradhapura est notre point de départ. Bon, il est difficile de parler d'Anuradhapura et de la route de Jaffna.
We cannot talk about Jaffna without referring to the civil war. In fact, our first stop is the Gajabba Memorial.
Le premier site d'ailleurs qui est proposé, c'est ce mémorial.
ඉස්සලා මියගිය සෙබල මියගිය 1983 8 වෙනි මාසේ 15 වෙනිදා කන්දරමඩම යාපනයේ කන්දරමඩම කියන ස්ථානයේ. ඉතින් එදා ඉඳලා මේ දක්වා සටනේදී මියගිය හැම සෙබලෙක්ගේම නම් 2876ක් මේකේ දැනට සටහන් කරලා තියෙනවා. අවුරුද්දක් ගානේ මියගිය අපිට 50ක් විතර මියගිය කට්ටිය ඥාතින් ගෙනලා මෙතන පුෂ්පෝපහාර දක්වලා ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ අර සිහි කිරීමක් කරනවා හැම අවුරුද්දෙම මේ අපේ රෙජිමෙන්තු දිනේ තියෙන ඔක්තෝබර් 14 වෙනිදා එදාට.
Proceeding on the A9 route to Jaffna, our next stop is the Vavuniya Museum.
Bon, écoute, moi je trouve que c'est un petit.
I think it's a charming little museum.
Alors, tu as les pièces qui me semblent
This one
intéressantes.
here
celle-ci
is an
déjà.
interesting piece.
මේ පිළිමේ වවුනි කුලම කියන්නේ වවුනි අධිෂ්ඨිත කියලා මුලති වලින් හැදලා යන තියෙන වවුනි කුලම කියන ජනපදයේ වැව කැණීම් කරලා වැවේ වැඩ කරන කාලේ හම්බෙච්ච පිළිමයක්. මේක බෝධිසත්ව රූපයක්. බෝධිසත්ව රූපයක් කියන්නේ මේක මේ පద్මාසනයේ මත වැඩ සිටින බෝධිසත්ව රූපයක්. ඒ සිටින ප්‍රදේශයෙන් තමයි හම්බුනේ. මේක 5 ඉතිවස් වලට ආйти බෝධිසත්ව රූපයක්. මේ මාගේ වවුනියා දිස්ත්‍රික්කයේ පුරාවිද්‍යා ස්ථාන වලින් කැණීම් කරලා ගත්ත මැටි කුඩා මැටි රූප. මේවා මේ සතවර්ෂ ගණනාවක් පරණ කුඩා මැටි රූප. මේවා මේ කොතනින්ද කියන්නේ හම්බුච්ච තැන කොතනද කියන කාර්යයට දන්නේ. නමුත් මේ මුළු මේවා ඔක්කොම මේ වවුනියා දිස්ත්‍රික්කයේ තියෙන තිබුණු වැඩපොළ වල තිබුණු කුඩා මැටි රූප කැණීම් වලදී හම්බෙච්චා.
Not far from the Vavuniya Museum is the Madhukanda Vihara. Madhukanda Vihara is the place where, according to history, the sacred tooth relic rested on its way to Anuradhapura. There are remains of the stone pillars of an ancient structure and the steps leading to it, which have a balustrade and guard stone. Inside the image house, a damaged statue of a Buddha can be seen, and there is another interesting structure made of rectangular stone slabs thought to be a bathroom. The historical A9 route is on the move again after being closed to the public for 2 decades due to the ethnic war in the north. The road is gradually being repaired. Public transport and commercial vehicles are back on the road. The traveller is treated to scenery typical to the northern peninsula. Palmyra palm fringe roads, an entire region is being reborn.
Alors tu vois là maintenant on va arriver.
We are now approaching the Morikandi shrine.
Voyageurs qui vont sur Jaffna. Morikandi c'est un.
Every traveler to Jaffna stops here to worship.
Tous les voyageurs qui vont sur Jaffna.
The original shrine is actually inside the jungle.
À l'intérieur des terres.
This one is only a substitute.
A small detour from the Murikandi shrine to visit the Mahavira Memorial of the Tamil Tigers. This cemetery holds close to 2,000 graves and is a sad record of the young lives lost during the Civil War. This is the tomb of Kuruviran. He was a second lieutenant, and this is the date of his death. His real name given by his parents is Lakshmanan Sundaram. His birthplace is Paradipuram, Kilinochi. Continuing from Kilinochi, the scenery changes and the vegetation disappears on reaching Elephant Pass. Elephant Pass is a narrow strip of land linking the peninsula of Jaffna to the rest of the island. It is sadly famous nowadays for the fierce battles which were fought here between the Tigers of the LTTE and the Sri Lankan army during the recent war. Originally, it was named such because this was the most narrow part of the lagoon across which elephants captured on the mainland were driven to stalls on the peninsula, where they were subsequently loaded onto boats and exported. The pride of Jaffna, the Palmyra palm tree, is known as Panam in Tamil and Talgaha in Sinhala. It is common to the Jaffna district, with about 2/3 of the 10 million palms in Sri Lanka found here. Unfortunately, the war has destroyed many of these palms. Jaffna is remarkable for its elegant fences with their repeating designs of fans standing side by side on the boundaries of properties. The craftsmen and women are masters of Palmyra handicrafts. The market displays a wide range of Palmyra products to the visitors.
තල්ගා වින්දලා අදලා තියෙන මේක කැප්. කොළ රෙට් ඔක්කොටම දාලා තියෙන මේවා. මේ දල් ගස් තියෙනවනේ ඒකෙම බඩු උංගක් හදාගන්න පුළුවන්. ඕනෑම කරන්න පුළුවන් මූලේ ඉඳන්ම පවතින ඕනේ.
Traveling around 50 kilometers from Elephant Pass, you reach Jaffna. The kingdom of Jaffna was previously called Nagadeepa, the island of the Naga. The Buddha on his second visit to the island came to Nagadeepa for the purpose of settling a dispute between two sections of the Naga community.
බුදුහාමුදුරන් වහන්සේ මේ නාගදීපයට වඩින කාලේ මේ දූපතේ නම් මණිනාගදිවයින මේ මණිනාගදිවයිනේ වාසය කරා මහෝදර කියලා මහා බල සම්පන්න නාගරජ කෙනෙක්. මේ නාගරජුරන්ට හිටපු එකම දුව කල්පිතේ වඩුනාගල කියන දූපතේ චූලෝදර කියන නාගරජතුමාට සරණ පාවා දෙන දවසේ පරම්පරාවෙන් පරම්පරාවට පරම්පරා 7ක් ආරක්ෂා කරගෙන ආපු මණික් පුටුවක දුවට දායාදේ වශයෙන් දුන්නා. මේ දුව අකාලේ මිය ගියා. මිය ගියාට පස්සේ මාම කල්පනා කරා මට හිටපු එකම දුවත් අකාලේ මිය ගියා. දුව වෙනුවෙන් බල බලාවත් ඉන්න මේ මණික් පුටුව විතරක් නැවත දෙන්නට කියලා. මේකට එදා බෑන කැමති වුණේ නැහැ. දෙදෙනා අතර බහින් බස්සීමක් වෙලා නාග ගෝත්‍රිකයන් විශාල ප්‍රමාණයක් යුද්ධයට සූදානම් වන අවස්ථාවේ තමයි දමදිව ජේතවනාරාමයේ ඉඳලා අපේ බුදුහාඳුරන් වහන්සේ නාගදීපයට වැඩි. බුදුහාඳුරන් වහන්සේට ආරාධනා කළා බිමට වඩින්නට කියලා. බුදුහාඳුරන් වහන්සේ මේ ආරාධනාව පිළිඅරගෙන මණික් පුටුවට වැඩ ඉඳගෙන නාගයන්ට සමගිය ධර්ම දේශනා කළ ස්ථානයේ තමයි මේ පුරාණ නාගදීප රාජායතන චෛත්‍ය රාජානන් වහන්සේ පිහිටලා තිබෙන්නේ.
On the same islet as the Nagadeepa Vihara is the Nagapushani Ambal Kovil. The islet was once a seaport frequented by ships. An inscription from a 12th century stone discovered on the site testifies to this. Early one morning, just as the sun was rising in Jaffna town, the day-to-day activities came to life. The day begins with This is the way we brush our teeth. Sweeping away the wind-blown leaves. It's never too early to start business. Rushing for a freshly baked loaf of bread. Rush to the kerosene oil cart. And off they go to the next stop. And queuing up for water. Catching up with the news.
We really started somewhere in 1985. Our first paper was published in November 27, 1985. From that date, it is this machine that has been helping us to print. We were using the composing system.
In 2001 and 2002, the Udayan was the only newspaper published in Jaffna.
Now we are using the modern methods, not the real modern method, but real modern method. We are from the offset printing.
More than 22,000 copies are printed per day. The roads get flooded with bicycles. From the look of it, it certainly is the most common mode of transport in Jaffna. The Jaffna fort was, until ravaged by the civil war in the north, the best preserved fort in Sri Lanka. After the siege of 1658, the Dutch demolished the damaged and out-of-date square fort of the Portuguese and in its place built their ideal fortress. The fort's black coral-lined walls, ramparts and battlements stand high on the grass-covered mound and are surrounded by a moat. The gate in the outer fortification bears the date of completion, 1792. There are many similar fortifications around the Indian Ocean, but none had attained the technical perfection as Jaffna. The fort also contained a fine Dutch church. The Groot Kerk or Dutch church, which stood inside the fort, was destroyed during the recent war. It was built around 1730 and the ground plan was in the shape of a Maltese cross. The foundation stone of the library was laid in 1955, but its actual construction began in 1958 and was completed in 1960. The library, built in the Mughal style, was destroyed with its valuable books burnt by a fire lit by an uncontrolled mob in 1981. The library is once again restored. The clock tower commemorates the visit in 1875 of His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales to Ceylon. During his visit to Sri Lanka in year 2000, Prince Charles kindly presented the 4 clocks built in the old style that give the time now to Jaffna. The construction started in 1976 and was completed about 10 years later, according to the local staff. Many pieces and artifacts are found on the dusty shelves and in the dark galleries of this small but charming museum. Findings of the excavation at Kantaroda, led by P.E. Piris between 1917 and 1919, were kept here. There is a fragment of a torso which could be the same Piris describes in his papers. There is also a standing Buddha statue in good condition which was discovered in 1969 at Puttur, east of Jaffna. Note also the superb carving of a wooden door frame decorated on both sides. Walking around, you will probably notice a large portrait of Queen Victoria, which is said to smile at you from any angle. On the 12th of November 1874, the seminary was placed under the patronage of Saint Martin of Tours, and on the 11th of November 1878, the large walled premises known as Muyat's Garden was purchased for rupees 21,000. The splendid new building was completed in 1889 and is still in use as a seminary today. Now known as the Jaffna Cathedral, St. Mary's foundation stones were laid in 1789. It is in a plain Goanese style without any ornament or decoration. Its sheer size is, however, impressive. The famous street with 1001 Nights glittering shop windows. Jaffna was formerly renowned for a particular type of filigree, and gold was abundant in these shops. An oriental bazaar atmosphere reigns over the Jaffna market, offering a display of a huge variety of colorful vegetables and fruits. appreciate betel for its digestive and refreshing qualities. The Jaffna mango is a delicacy not to be missed. And bananas grow in abundance.
இந்த பெட்டியில் போட்டு வாழைக்குலையை திரும்ப நாங்கள் அந்த வாழைக்குலையை வச்சு சந்தன குச்சியை பற்ற வச்சு அந்த புகையை உள்ளுக்கு விட்டு
To make the banana ripe, we put them into a box and burn incense and close and seal the box with the smoke inside. In 2 days, the bananas are ripe enough to be eaten.
கொஞ்சம் பழத்திருக்கும் அடுத்த நாள் சாப்பிட முடியாது அதுக்கு அடுத்த நாள் தான் நல்ல நிறத்துக்கு வரும் பழம்.
Not only is it yummy to eat, but is also used for sacred purposes, to decorate a wedding or a housewarming party. The banana leaf adds more flavor to your meal when used as a plate. The streets are lined with shops and stores that offer everything the family needs. The Jaffna ready-to-wear collection is no exception. For quick tailoring or to get your umbrella repaired is not a problem. A visit to a traditional vegetarian restaurant is a must when in Jaffna to have a taste of those vade.
செங்கமலம் போல் மலர்ந்தாய் தங்கமே பருவத்தை தந்து செல்லம்மா.
This arch bears the name of King Sangili or Sankili of the 16th century, and some authors believe it marks the entrance of the palace from which only the ornamental arch, built later in the Portuguese tradition, still remains. Others believe it could have been leading to the gardens and the Yamunari pond, which is behind and not far away. The place is named after the famous and sacred Yamuna river, which flows in India at the foot of the magnificent Taj Mahal, and from which holy water has been brought and poured into this pond, especially dug for this purpose. The pond was built by Pararaja Sekaran, a famous king of Jaffna during the 15th century. In Mandrimanai, the central part of the building is said to have been built in the 15th century by Paranirupa Singhan. The front part of the building is from a more recent period, most certainly Dutch. People believe that this residence was sheltering a treasure in its foundations, and in fact there is at the back of the house an entrance to a cellar in which there is a flight of stairs leading down to another room, itself linked to a third room by more stairs.
யாழ்ப்பாணம் பல்கலைக்கழகத்தில் விவசாயப்படத்தில்
We are third year students of the Agricultural Faculty of the University of Jaffna. We are now on vacation. We are interested in seeing historical monuments. We have also visited sites and monuments in the south, which are very well preserved, we think. We are very sorry that the historical monuments are not well preserved in Jaffna. It would be nice if the people from the south as well as tourists would come to visit these sites in Jaffna.
பழைய அரண்மனைகள் இவ்வாறான சில புகழ்பெற்ற சில கட்டிடங்கள் இவ்வாறு கவனிப்பாரற்று கவலைக்குரிய ஒரு இடத்தில் ஒரு சீரழிந்த நிலையிலே இருக்கின்றது. இதையிட்ட நமக்கு மிகுந்த கவலை. நாங்கள் கேட்குறது என்னென்னா இந்த இதையும் இந்த ஏனைய சுற்றுலா பயணிகள் ஏனைய தெற்கு வாழ் தமிழ் மக்கள் ஏன் சிங்கள மக்கள் கூட இந்த வரலாற்று புகழ்மிக்க கட்டிடங்களை பார்த்து எமது வரலாற்றை பற்றி அறிய வேண்டும் என்பது எங்களது பேரவா.
This temple was built by Vaithalinga Chettiar, a prominent merchant and who had held much influence with the Dutch government, with which he was able to obtain special permission to build the temple. They say that all roads in Jaffna lead to Nallur. The original Nallur temple is believed to have been built by King Vuanakabahu in the period 1450 to 1467. The present temple at Nallur originated during the time of the Dutch. It is here in July-August, 26 days before the August full moon, that the most important festival of the Jaffna Peninsula is held. The deity which is kept in the temple is placed on its chariot to make its annual procession along the roads surrounding the temple. We will be travelling through lush green paddy fields that spread endlessly in the countryside. Hospitable and friendly people happy to receive you in their homes. And even lend their bicycle to enjoy a ride. You better ask for one with brakes.
Environnante. Mais assurez-vous que les freins fonctionnent bien. Dur au labeur, retourne consciencieusement cette terre rouge. Tout le monde pose volontiers devant l'objectif. Le sol de Jaffna est riche en calcaire. La tâche est rude dans les carrières. Partie de cricket à l'ombre des rogniers. Ce peuple chaleureux, convivial, n'hésitera pas à vous inviter à découvrir la cuisine traditionnelle en partageant le repas familial.
More papadum, please.
La plaque en haut de la porte principale indique que l'église fut bâtie par un commandant hollandais en 1678. En fait, c'est durant la période portugaise, en 1640, que la construction de la célèbre église de la glorieuse Ascension de la Vierge Marie, Batekote, débuta. L'église abrite de nos jours la mission américaine.
The church is now used by the American mission.
Derrière l'église reposent 27 pierres tombales. Elles sont pour la plupart hollandaises, seules quelques-unes sont anglaises. La plus ancienne date de 1666. Les plus anciens temples de Jaffna, dédiés à Rama et Krishna, se trouvent respectivement à Valipuram et à Punala. Agréable plage aux eaux peu profondes où l'on peut nager. La plage est bordée de casuarinas. Ces arbres sont adaptés aux climats les plus secs et poussent sans difficulté sur des sols très sablonneux. C'est sans doute en raison de ces branches épineuses qui ressemblent aux plumes de cassoar que l'on a nommé cet arbre casuarina.
En fait, c'est beaucoup pour voir ce site que je suis venu à Jaffna la première fois.
Ce site fut découvert en 1916 par M. Paul Piris, lequel y a dirigé les premières fouilles. Certains auteurs suggèrent que c'est à Kantarodai que Bouddha aurait posé le pied lors de sa seconde visite sur l'île. Selon d'autres thèses, il s'agirait de dagobas à vocation votive, c'est-à-dire dédiés à la réalisation d'un vœu ou conformes à un vœu. On dit qu'il contiendrait des reliques de bonzes bouddhistes tamouls.
Les bases sont différentes. Alors pourquoi? Je sais pas. Ces pierres-là, est-ce que ces pierres supportaient des piliers? On dirait, comme celle-ci. D'ici, on a une jolie vue aussi. Regarde cette enfilade là. C'est joli. C'est d'ici que j'ai fait mon dessin. Hein, celui qui est dans le livre, dans le guide, c'est d'ici.
Le très ancien temple de Nalgule-Swaram est censé faire partie des 5 résidences des dieux des origines du shivaïsme. Le temple a été bâti à l'endroit où le sadhu Nagulaswami avait l'habitude de vénérer un lingam. Traditionnellement, une pierre oblongue représentant à la fois les attributs mâles ainsi qu'une flamme, symbole de vie et de création. Comme bon nombre de temples dans la région, il fut détruit durant la présence portugaise et le temple actuel, bien entretenu et administré, date de 1859.
Les temples hindous, si nombreux dans le paysage de Jaffna, y font régner une atmosphère mythique.
From the Naguleswaram Shiva temple, it is only walking distance towards the northwest to go to Kirimale Springs, our next destination.
Les sources de Kirimale sont censées avoir des vertus thérapeutiques, notamment cicatrisantes. Il s'agit d'un site important sur les plans historiques et religieux. Pour les hindous, ces sources constituent un site d'importance. Ils s'y réunissent les jours de pleine lune, en juillet, pour s'y baigner dans les eaux sacrées et par respect pour les âmes de leurs ancêtres.
En longeant la côte bordée de palmiers, nous arrivons au site historique où il y a environ 2300 ans, un jour de pleine lune du mois de Unduvap, la Sangamita Teri, porteuse d'une branche de Mahabodhi, l'arbre sous lequel le Bouddha était assis lors de son illumination, posa le pied sur l'île de Sri Lanka, dans le port de Dambacola, dans le nord de la péninsule. Certains pensent qu'il s'agit d'une île actuelle de Cates. Dans tout le pays, la Perera Sangamita commémore cet événement sacré.
Située à un carrefour, cette belle source naturelle, aux eaux étonnamment bleu-vert, est censée être sans fond. La présence de sel dans ses profondeurs attesterait d'une connexion avec la mer. La légende raconte que Rama, le héros du Ramayana, y aurait fait une pause et, désireux d'étancher sa soif, aurait plongé sa flèche dans le sol. L'eau aurait alors jailli. Depuis ce jour, cette source qui n'a jamais tari a toujours assuré l'approvisionnement en eau douce des villageois. Point Pedro est situé près du point le plus au nord de l'île de Sri Lanka. Son nom est dérivé du portugais Punta das Pedras, qui signifie point rocheux. Le phare se trouve légèrement à l'est de la ville. Le phare, qui se trouve quasiment en ville, indique le point le plus au nord de l'île, face à l'immense baie du Bengale. L'extrême sud de l'île, à quelques 435 km, est signalé par un autre phare, à Dondra. Pour vous y rendre, vous devez passer sous le Terumudi, l'abri pour chariots et voyageurs en route pour Jaffna qui est près du centre de la ville. Puis, vous dirigez vers l'est. Ce bâtiment, le Terumudi Madam, est le dernier de 4 abris qui se trouvaient dans la péninsule. Les voyageurs en direction ou en provenance de Jaffna pouvaient s'y abriter pour la nuit.
Dans les environs de Jaffna, à la campagne, on continue de puiser l'eau selon une technique très ancienne.
C'est triste mais vrai. Depuis la parution du guide de Philippe Fabry, l'église qui fut bâtie en 1862 n'existe plus. Elle a été détruite par les membres de la communauté qui ignorent la valeur historique de tels édifices. Ils souhaitaient voir cette vieille église remplacée par une église toute neuve. Il faut lancer un appel aux habitants de Jaffna pour les inciter à préserver leur patrimoine. Les angelots qui ornaient la vieille église il y a encore quelques mois gisent mutilés au milieu des débris. Seule la grande cloche demeure. Nous espérons qu'elle ne subira pas le même sort que l'église. Cette cloche, qui avait été baptisée affectueusement Léo, provenait des fonderies françaises Paccard et avait été installée en 1904 en souvenir du père Léo Pellissier, le fondateur de cette église, qui malheureusement n'existe plus.
Valipuram est un des plus anciens temples de Jaffna.
Un jour de pluie et sous un ciel chargé, nous arrivons au désert de Manalkadou, qui se trouve aux portes de Point Pedro.
Un désert miniature, un petit Sahara avec de longues dunes de sable que l'on est surpris de découvrir sur cette île paradisiaque, célèbre pour sa végétation luxuriante et exotique. Ruines de l'église à demi ensablée. Les ruines d'une charmante petite église construite il y a une centaine d'années émergent des sables qui semblent vouloir l'engloutir. À proximité, des croix indiquent l'emplacement d'un cimetière, lui aussi menacé par les dunes de sable. Cette église a été remplacée par une autre à 200 mètres seulement de là, sur la route. Elle fut construite en 1935 et offre des coupoles ajourées remarquables, très finement travaillées. Cette ancienne église, entourée d'une vaste cour, malgré les ravages occasionnés par la guerre, a conservé son charme. Et, par miracle, les visages des sculptures n'ont pas été endommagés. On peut lire 1716 sur la façade de l'église. Mais il a été enregistré que la première pierre a été posée le 1er janvier 1815 par le père d'Algado, un oratorien goanais, pour remplacer un bâtiment en boue plus ancien. Il reste peu de choses de ce fort de Kites, qui, à l'époque portugaise, jumelé avec le fort Améniel, au large de l'île de Karaitivu, défendait l'accès au lagon de Jaffna. De là, on a une très belle vue du fort Améniel, ce qui en justifie une visite.
Nous nous écartons légèrement des sites historiques car nous avons été invités à un mariage hindou traditionnel. C'est ainsi que s'achève notre voyage sur la route de Jaffna.
C'est la famille d'un prêtre du temple qui célèbre ce mariage. La cérémonie est placée sous la protection de la déesse Lakshmi Narayanam, alors que les mariages ordinaires sont placés sous celle de Parat Narayan. Il s'agit donc d'un mariage à caractère sacré.